trying to get our two children at the time. One, our son was 5 years old, sitting in the middle seat of the van, getting ready to go home. My 3-year-old, they pack her up in her car seat where she seems to fall asleep pretty easy, right? So my wife gets in the car, no radio, no nothing, keep it silent, keep the baby sleeping, and starts to head home. Silence in the car as they're driving down this road, and they pass a herd of deer. My son is looking out the window, and he says, "Mom, what's the purpose of deer?" So as I've mentioned, my wife, first grade teacher, knows the perfect answer for something like this. "I don't know, son. What do you think the purpose of deer is?" Just turn it right back on him. And so they go back and forth for a while talking. Maybe it's to add grace and beauty to the world, or his idea to keep the foxes fed. They're sort of brainstorming. What's the purpose of deer? And the car goes quiet again. Until this little peep from my 3-year-old daughter, Rena, sitting in the back seat of the car, in her car seat, where everyone thought she was asleep. Suddenly they hear, "Mommy, what's my purpose?" My wife's mind starts going a mile a minute. What is her purpose? What is Rena's purpose? Is she going to be the first female president of the United States? Is she going to invent the next Facebook? Is she going to come up with a cure for cancer? And before she can utter a response, my son, at 5 years old, says, "That's easy, Rena. You are joy. That's your purpose. You make people happy." My son said the answer that we all knew at some point. The answer that our purpose is not in these great big things that change the whole world so obviously. Our purpose does not lie in whether we end up on the cover of Time magazine, and if we don't by the time we die, better luck next time. That's not a purposeful life. What my son understood was that our purpose starts with being our authentic self and using that to influence those around us, and having that influence even more a broader and broader group of people until the world around us has changed for the better. I asked you earlier why you chose to work in HR. When we talk about meaningful work, we talk about this concept that meaningfulness is defined partially as completeness, wholeness, continuity. That to live a meaningful life means you do not go into work and clock into work and clock out of life, but that you live life at work, that you live whatever your conception of your mission, your vision, your values, you live that through your work.